Welcome back, y'all. So I wasn't able to get my video out yesterday because of course Sunday fell and it was the 4th of July. So I'm doing it today. That's why I'm calling the video a day late, and then $1 short would be just because of the sales were a little bit soft this week. I just wish that we could have had more sales. But for the summer slowdown, I think that we're doing pretty good. We'll just continue to plug away and do our best at making sure that we post and get stuff listed every single day on eBay. Of course, occasionally I do take the weekends off, but we're gonna get into this and hope that you guys enjoy it. Be sure and like and subscribe, and let's get to it. So this week's sale, like I was saying, are a little bit soft, and I don't know if it was because of the holiday that landed and so people were traveling or hanging out with family or for whatever reason, but our sales this week were really soft. However, like I said, we're going to hit into some good sales that were made that I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to tell you guys. First up, we have this North Face shirt here. I got it at, I want to say I picked it up at Goodwill for $2.99. Picked it up at Goodwill for $2.99, and it sold this week for $13, and the buyer paid shipping. Sometimes you pick stuff up and you think, oh, this is gonna sell for more money, or it's gonna, fly out of here really quick, and you end up having it for a little bit. Don't panic. Just leave it in your store, leave it on your eBay page for as long as you can. If you're just getting started, I would go the longest possible. I know that sometimes that sounds kind of scary, and I would do buy it now to get started. Whenever you're getting started on eBay, it's always like a competition between should I do an auction or should I do a buy it now. We have had the most success with buy it now. So that's what I'm going to tell you based on what we've experienced. Our buy it nows seem to do really well. And after something's been sitting in there for a little bit, you'll start to get where you can send offers, and the more offers that you send, you'll get even more. Be sure to utilize that. It will help your sales. Next is going to be this Starbucks mug. It's like a Christmas edition mug. We paid, I think like 69 cents for it, and it sold for $10, and the buyer paid shipping. I know, it's crazy, right? Just nuts. 69 cents into $10, I'll take it. Next is gonna be this Food Network cinnamon roll cup. We had gone to this particular Goodwill, and my son actually saw this, and he was like, hey mom, do you think this will sell? And I said, well, it is Food Network, let's try it and see. So my son is actually the one who found this Food Network mug. We bought it, again, 69 cents, sold for $10, and the buyer paid shipping. Mugs, depending on what kind of mug that you have, you can get a pretty good deal on them as long as you're not spending, too much money on them. Stay under $1 and you're going to make a good profit on them. Next is going to be this Keith Urban concert t-shirt, and it is a concert t-shirt, and it is authentic. We picked it up at a Goodwill, I believe in Nebraska, for $2.49, and it sold for $14.95. So exciting. Yes, I love sales like this, where you just put them on and bingo, they're gone. So we picked this up, I want to say not even 4 days ago. I listed it and it sold within, 3 days. Crazy. I love when that happens. All right, so now we're going to talk about something that seems to happen quite a bit on eBay. Have somebody that purchases something on the buy it now or bid or whatever, and then they'll message you and say, oh, can you ship it faster, or can you ship it to a different address, or can you do this, or can you do that? Two things with that. If they want you to change the shipping address, you're going to have to cancel the bid or the order, and you're going to have to relist it and tell them, okay, you go into your eBay and you change your shipping address because it has to match on your side when you go to purchase it on eBay. Second is going to be if they're wanting to change shipping, like this one. I had a customer contact me and she said, can you do a faster shipping? Well, I can do a faster shipping, but it's going to cost you priority shipping, where I had it listed as first class. So it makes it $4 more. She was willing to pay the $4 extra, so I canceled the order, relisted it, and she bought it with the upgrade on the shipping because she needed it, I'm guessing, for a gift, and she needed it by a certain date. So You can do that, but always make sure that you do it the correct way. Don't ever try to cut corners with eBay, because if they find out, you can get your account suspended, which is not fun, especially when you're, you know, expecting those sales every day. A day or two suspension from eBay can cost you big time, so keep that in mind. Okay, so moving right along. Oh, so we always talk about plushes, right? Plush, plush, plush. What can I say about plush dolls? What can I not say about plush dolls? They are literally bread and butter. They are a constant seller. They sell consistently. The only gripe that I have about plush animals, dolls, etc., is that they do take up a lot of room. So you do have to make sure that you have a correct storage space for them, somewhere clean, somewhere secure. You don't want any kind of anything happening to them. So that's my only thing, is that you have to make sure that they are in a dry, clean environment. We actually keep ours in the office, and so they're completely away from everything else. They're completely clean, and when I get them in, I sanitize them, and so whenever I put them away to be ready to be shipped once they're purchased, they're just ready to go. I can just pack them up and they're ready to go. This particular vintage Thai bear I got at a garage sale for 50 cents, and it sold for $25. Buyer paid shipping. Right? So when you go to those garage sales and you see those plush boxes, you better be going through those plush boxes, because you never know what you could find, especially if it's a vintage. Most people have no idea what a vintage teddy bear looks like. And when I say vintage, I'm not talking about like from the 1900s. I'm talking about vintage like from the 90s. Yes, people, that is now called vintage. We are all vintage. Craziness. Oh, now I was going to show y'all this. See? So I was taking the French fries out of the oven yesterday for the 4th of July, and I'm really, really short, y'all. So when I went to pull the pan out, I hit the oven and just burned myself really, really bad. So in the upcoming videos that you see, if you see little glances of this healing, that's what it is. It's a burn mark from me trying to be a cook. All right. Let's see. Oh, how many of you guys remember Daria? It was like an MTV, like a little cartoon that was really popular, I want to say in the late 90s, early 2000s. And anyway, I happened to pick up this Daria shirt. I paid $2.49 for it, and it sold this week for $18 buyer paid shipping. And again, like my last video that I had, that I was telling you guys, most of these are offers. Yes, make sure that you are checking all of those offers, and even go back and forth with people about the offers. Don't ever just decline it. Always, always keep the lines of communication open with your customers, because eBay reads that algorithm and it can go in your favor. So always make sure that you're talking to your people. Okay, so on my last video we talked about the Lovey, right, which is like this blanket for a baby, and it has like a little stuffed animal head right in the middle of it, and it's like satin underneath it, and I guess it's like for toddlers, little or babies to have or play with. Those suckers go for some money, and they're consistent, very consistent. I have sold now 2 weeks in a row a Lovey bought at the same garage sale for 50 cents. Craziness. So this Lovey was a Circo Lovey. Here it is, little baby blanket, and I bought it for 50 cents at a garage sale. It sold for $16 buyer paid shipping. So the buyer's all in at like 20 bucks because they paid shipping, and even though it's first class, it would have been like $4.40, something like that. Okay, so here is the one that made this week so exciting, y'all. So exciting. If you go back and look at my older videos, at the beginning of the summer, we went to this, he was like an antique dealer, is what he was, a long time ago. And so he had gotten out of the business, and all of this stuff had been in storage. He decided to have a garage sale and sell all of it. At this same garage sale is where I sold where I picked up and then sold the Picasso, and I know that you've seen the video on that too. This is a mid-century modern lamp forgot what the kind of shades are, but it's had like a wood inlay on them. They had like little peaks on them. Here's a picture. Extremely beautiful. I've never seen a lamp like this before. I actually kind of wanted to keep it for myself, but as you can see, it really wouldn't have gone with my decorations that I have. All my decorations are real light colored, and this was a little bit too dark, but very, very cool light. Very cool light. Picked it up at this garage sale for $10, got an offer for it for $200, and the buyer paid shipping, which was $140. Woo! And what's super cool about this is that I was super stressed out because I was just thinking to myself, how in the world am I going to ship this thing? How am I going to ship it? Because it was like all crazy. Well, we were able to unscrew the lights, so the lights then swung down. Okay, we were, wrapped them in bubble wrap, made sure they were all protected, and then the poles, they come apart, so then those were able to fold, so it kind of like all sandwiched together. I went to my local golf store and picked up a golf club bag box. I think it was like Titleist. But anyway, I picked up the bag, kind of went dumpster diving in their trash to get this box, but it was sitting on top, so I was okay with it. And anyway, grabbed this box. It fit perfectly. It was amazing. It was just the coolest. Have you ever just wrapped something that you were so stressed out about, and then when you see how it all fit together and how you were able to wrap it and pack it, and it was just so perfect that you were just like, good job, good job. That's how I felt with this one. So if I don't get a good review or good feedback on that packing and shipping, I'll be real disappointed. Just a second. Anyway, okay. But isn't that super cool? $10 into $200. Super excited about that one. So even though our sales were kind of soft this week, that really made up for it. Next is going to be this I think it's called Carhartt hat. Picked this up on Friday, listed it, and it sold on Saturday. Quick, lickety split. Paid 50 cents for the hat. It sold for $13, and that was a bid. Or not a bid. That was an offer. Sorry. Next, okay. Have you ever seen, and I'm not talking about the newer ones, and you can tell the newer toys from the old vintage toys by the plastic. Okay, if you really look at them, the plastic is the telltale sign. I found this Cowboys and Indians plastic set at this garage sale. The people had it for $1. It was a whole bag of them. And so I just picked it up. I said, I'm buying this. This is really old. I know it's old. I can tell. I get it home. I start doing some research on it. Sure enough, it's vintage. It sold. It had like 40-something pieces. I paid $1 for it. And it sold for $22. Buyer paid shipping. I know, right? You never know what is gonna sell. It's craziness. Absolute craziness. Crazy. Crazy. Next is gonna be, and I'm checking my list, guys. So let's see. Oh, and the very last thing that sold is gonna be this Yankee candle holder. Now, we picked up this candle holder at the local Goodwill. It was like $2.99. And when I picked it up, actually, I didn't pick it up. Let me back up. It was on the same day that my son picked out that, on the same day that my son picked up the cinnamon roll cup, he also grabbed this Yankee. It was like a mosaic holder. Here's a picture of it. Anyway, he was like, Mom, I really think that this is something. I think you should get it. I think it'll sell. Okay, so I get it. It's $2.99. Didn't make a huge profit on it, but I did turn $2.99 into $8.95 in the buyer paid shipping. All those things have already been shipped out. I shipped them out earlier today. So those are the sales that happened this week. I am so glad that we had that lamp sale. That really made my week. We are continuing to post. We're continuing to do our housekeeping within our eBay store. Make sure that you're continually, while the months are slow, do make sure that you're going in, changing things around, changing pictures around, kind of tweaking your titles a little bit. That shows up as being active in your eBay store and on your account, and will actually help move those algorithms in your favor and help you do more sales. Towards the beginning of the week, I was being kind of lazy bones, and I really didn't feel like doing a whole lot of posting. I know, I just was just not feeling it. So by like Tuesday, I believe, or Wednesday, I was like, I really got to get on this, and I got to, you know, make some stuff happen, because we ain't making any kind of sales. Well, I went and, was it Tuesday night? I think it was Tuesday night. Tuesday night, I went and started posting, and I listed, good grief, I want to say maybe 15 things Tuesday, 15 things Wednesday, 15 things Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I did, I think, 10. And I just so happened to yesterday, which was the 4th of July, I was inside and I was waiting for one of or I wasn't waiting for, I was waiting for like the meat to thaw or something like that. So I was inside for a little bit. Everybody else was outside. I'm swimming and just hanging out. So I was like, okay, I'm just stuck in the house. What am I going to do? So I pulled out some of the stuff that we had purchased at the garage sales from that Saturday, which was the day before, and listed them. And so that's what I did. And I listed, I want to say 10 items yesterday. And that then, of course, just in my favor boosts even more. This is the first time that I've done postings during the weekend. Normally I take the weekends off because I do so much during the week, but because I had been lazy bones on Monday and then Tuesday during the day, I was like, well, I'm just going to kind of make up for it and do a little bit of posting on Sunday, which is what I did. And then, of course, I woke up this morning and had some sales, but those will be posted on next week's video. Not this week's, because it's not on this week's. So, okay, well, that is my spiel for this week. I hope that you're learning a little bit on this journey, and I hope that you too are finding some little tips and tricks to use in your little journey of doing this whole flipping thing on eBay. It's not for everybody, and sometimes it does get kind of confusing, but I hope that I'm helping you kind of figure it out. I'm figuring stuff out too, so if you have a tip or trick, please share it with me, because it would help me too. And then if I use that, then I'll just, then I'll, you know, of course, give you credit and post it in the next video. Okay, all right, guys, so that's it for me, and be looking for my next video, because it's going to be hilarious about something funny that happened at one of these garage sales this past weekend, where I kind of embarrassed myself really bad. So, okay, all right, guys, I'll see y'all later. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.